for, one spouse saying, I don't like how, my husband's doing this and vice versa. What was your advice in those general scenarios?
Yeah. So the thing that is most important, and I do co-parenting plans, and I'm able to facilitate that because you need some structure around that. So I use that, but some of it has to do with, a lot of it has to do with logistics between parents. So it's my kid has practice 5 days a week. You have him 3, I have him 4. How do we make sure that that works, right? And parents have lives too, right? They've got jobs, they've got other commitments, and how to make sure that that all works. Assuming that that works, then it's just in different households. One house maybe, the kids have to clean up their plates and clean up dinner, and the other house they don't. And one place is neater and more organized and the other place isn't, right? And I think the key thing is, unless the kid becomes confused because they're so different or so conflicted, I generally say, you emulate what you think is best that you can control. You just basically tell your child, I know your mom loves you if she's the co-parent, or I know your dad loves you if he's the co-parent. They've got certain ways of doing things in their house. We have ways of doing things in our house, and we only have a couple things that are must-haves, and that's how we're going to manage through it. And on the things that affect you that we both need to be involved in, you have my commitment that I'm going to work hard to make it work because I love you.
That makes sense. And I assume these types of conversations are going to be age specific or age appropriate.
Always.
If appropriate.
Always. But they got to start early, because I will tell you that here's a fact for you. People, I think you've heard or may understand that a person's brain doesn't fully develop until he or she is 25 years old or so. So it's malleable until then. But at age 3, the brain is 80% developed, and age 5, it's 90% developed. So what it means is, if you're going to create trauma in your family or create a problem in your family, or exhibit good behaviors and make things work, the impact of the way to undo that is harder as things go along, even though it's never too late.
Yeah.